This is Zach Newman from the Fiercely Independent Network. We're at the Tinker Street Cinema for Foxhole.
Was sheltering in a foxhole during Battle of the Bulge in the winter of I think '44, and he's sheltering from German artillery fire. But when a German soldier hops into the hole next to him, also looking for cover, and the two men end up sharing a lot in common, and they speak all night, just hiding, for their lives. And of course, the German spoke perfect English, and so they spent the night in that hole together. And then at dawn, they parted ways. The story goes. I think the American might have turned him in, but not sure.
Your role in the film and the name of the film.
Yeah, so my name is Jack Fessenden. I directed and wrote Foxhole, which is having its U.S. premiere, its North American premiere here at Woodstock. We shot it just 20 minutes away from here 2 summers ago with a local crew. Yeah.
Just tell us a bit about the film.
The film Foxhole follows the same 5 characters across 3 different time periods. So it tracks their story from the American Civil War to World War I, and then to a Humvee in Iraq. And so it follows these same characters across different time periods and examines questions of morality and futility. Yeah.
If you can talk a little bit about how you achieved that, what your vision was aesthetically, artistically, as well as so talk about that, the artistic direction, and as well as the music scoring.
Well, maybe for that, I'll invite up my 2 producers that are here. Chris, you come up, and Adam. We can talk about the production. But I'll speak first, which is that, we shot the whole movie in our front yard in Olive Bridge in West Shokan. So we had a big, I was fixated on this look for the Civil War to be like enshrouded in this thick fog, which turned out to be the biggest nightmare of the whole production because we had to do a lot of it in post. But my idea was to shoot the whole movie in a tent so that we could have essentially like an outdoor studio, but with real dirt, real grass. We could dig a real hole outside, but control the light, control the atmosphere, and keep the rain out. And so we did just that. We bought basically a wedding tent, picture like just a big wedding tent, but without the poles. We parked it in this field, dug the hole, and we had 5 days to shoot each war. So we would shoot the Civil War first, then the art department would over the weekend turn over the hole into the new set, and then again we would park the Humvee in that same tent, blast light through the windows so that they were overexposed. And then we just had one day we flew the crew out to California to do that stuff you saw in the desert, but the rest of the Humvee stuff was just in that same tent. And so there was no going back for pickups. We just had 5 days to get each war, and we never could go back. Chris Ingridson, one of the producers, was responsible for getting us basically all of the period accurate war stuff. And so I owe a great debt of gratitude to him.
Do you have any more screenings here? Or?
Yeah, I have a screening tomorrow, Saturday, the 2nd at 4 p.m. in Saugerties. Yeah.
The mantra of Woodstock Film Festival is fiercely independent. What does fiercely independent mean to you?
I mean, I grew up in a household of independent filmmakers. My dad is a horror producer and helped me with Foxhole, and my mom is a stop-motion animator. So both of my parents are always working day and night just on their own projects. And so I think indie is the only way I've ever known to make movies. Just, it should feel like family. And so that's the way I love to do it and hope to continue to do it.
What are you looking forward to in this year's festival?
In this year's festival? Honestly, I just came over from from college, where I'm prepping a short film. My thesis shoot is in 2 weeks. And so I'm just like looking to relax and have some fun. I haven't, to be honest, I haven't even looked too much at the program, but I've heard about some great films that I'm going to try to check out in the next few days. I know I want to see the shorts, and I want to go see my mom's animation in the animated shorts program.
I feel that. I'm trying to relax. This is for our school project.
Oh, word. Okay, yeah.
And then how did you become involved? Wait, no, I wouldn't ask that question. You were on director. What was your inspiration for this?
Yeah, my inspiration for Foxhole was it's a true story about my grandfather's friend in World War II. He was hiding in a foxhole during the Battle of the Bulge, taking shelter from artillery fire, when a German soldier hops in the hole for the same reason, and they end up sharing the night together and speaking. The guy speaks perfect English, so they have a lot in common, and they form this bond when they're just both trying to survive. and they part ways at dawn, never see each other again until many years later in America. This American soldier is walking around a convenience store in his hometown. This is like the 50s probably, and then he notices this guy is following him, and he turns to confront him, and it's the German, all dressed up in a black suit, and he says to him, "Do you remember me?" And I heard that story like at my grandfather's funeral when I was 14, and I knew I had to make a movie of that. And originally it was going to be a short film with just that much, and then I ended up making another feature in the meantime, and then expanded that seed into 3 different stories of a similar nature that eventually became the cohesive whole that is Foxhole now.
Awesome. That's it. So
Cool.
Thank you so much. It was
No, thank you so much. Yeah, I stumbled through it.
with your work and
Thanks. Thank you so much.
For more from the Fiercely Independent Network and for more information about the Woodstock Film Festival, please visit www.woodstockfilmfestival.com.